Start to the day. Wake up temperatures in those teens, but feeling more like -10 to -15 degrees. This afternoon, not improving much. A high of 15, cloudy skies, and then we'll be watching those snow chances ramping up after 4 o'clock, especially beyond sunset. Tonight, moderate to heavy snow at times, temperatures falling into those single digits. Saturday morning, we will still have that light to moderate snow ongoing. A little break from the snow Saturday afternoon, but then another round of moderate to heavy snow arrives heading into your Saturday evening. Temperatures going to be struggling throughout most of the day tomorrow, highs only in the single digits. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Helen Woolhite.
Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. One of the more bizarre sagas we've ever seen in the NFL has come to an end in San Francisco, where GM John Lynch says wide receiver Brandon Ayuk has played his last snap for the Niners. Pretty safe assumption given he stopped showing up to the facility to rehab his shredded knee, and he ghosted Kyle Shanahan. Yes, there were contract negotiations that were contentious and all sorts of trade rumors, but ultimately Ayuk got his bag. So what happened? Shanahan says he has no idea and he's never seen anything like it in 22 years of coaching. Now, to be fair, why don't we think about this from Ayuk's side? What could be his beef? All right, I thought about it. I've got no idea whatsoever. They gave him what he wanted. He played poorly. He shredded his knee. He went into operation shutdown mode, and he ghosted the franchise. Ghosted a team that was all heart in doing everything it possibly could to stay in the fight this season, while this dude did everything he could not to rejoin the fight. Somebody will bring him in, but I sure as hell wouldn't. I'm Jim Rome.
There is no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks. Just pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup to play. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Use my code ROME and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROME on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get the $50 credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us, easterseals.com.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, TGIF, even though it brings, it brings some bad news, brings some bad weather as we get ready for the big storm here in the entire region. This monstrosity moving in as it probably dumps a lot of snow on us. We will get ready for it and try to stay warm. Get you any of the latest news, by the way, that comes with weather cancellations. It's been running around with your chicken with your head cut off, trying to track and follow all the different things that are happening. We'll do that. We'll get you ready for championship weekend in the NFL as well, and a big college basketball weekend. It's all coming up here on Sports Daily, brought to you by Wichita Brewing Company. What's on tap? Now featuring chili for a limited time. Hearty beef, no bean chili, perfect for lunch, and now available at all 3 WBC locations, East, West, and historic Delano. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Jacob Albrecht here, TJ Cleveland in studio for the show today, alongside Max Power producing for us. He's got the KFH hotline at 869-1240. He has the video comments coming in via Facebook, YouTube, X that we can take out over the stream there. Thanks also to those watching us on 12 News Connected, and thanks for those listening to us on the Odyssey app as well. TJ, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. 2 words with this weather: cranky and irritable. But
it's a little chilly.
In studio, looking at Max Power's face for the first time in months, and it's getting me through it.
Max is in there. Max loves the cold weather. No, if there's anybody on the planet that hates the cold weather more than I do, it's probably Max. Flashback to when TJ came on full time wishing for cold weather. You're
I wasn't
welcome.
wishing for this. I was wishing for a nice.
This
50
is what
degree day.
comes when I mean, this is what happens when you want this season to turn and we get to this point. You can't
can
get
get
to
to- we
winter
can
without
have-
getting
we
to
can have-
fall.
We can have Texas winter. Well, not this Texas winter. That's about to be terrible in Texas. Normal Texas winter. I'll sign me up for that.
I'm from Texas. It's just like this.
It's not.
Texas is a really big state, and it's
South
you know,
Texas. Take
yeah,
me to El
South
Paso.
Texas. But then you got to have South Texas summer, and nobody wants that either.
We got that in Kansas, pretty much.
Yeah, it does get a little steamy up here. I learned quickly moving up here as I come from a desert, basically. Look, you know, the sun's going to rise, and we're going to complain about the weather. It's a part of it. It's part of it, and we're going to complain about this round of weather because it's going to suck for a while. Stay safe out there, everybody. As you heard on the updates there, it's going to start snowing. You know, this afternoon into sundown. Tomorrow will be a mess. Hopefully they'll get it cleaned up and we can move on with the miserable cold and some snow on the ground Sunday and into next week. But stay warm out there, everybody. We'll try to heat you up with our hot takes here on Sports Daily. Not really. We had Bill Self talking yesterday. We get a little insight. We're waiting to see what happens with Darren Peterson in the game. We've got some coaching hires, including one of, if not the most desirable job, which is in Baltimore. We have that as well. And we're getting you ready for two big basketball games, which as of now, TJ, are on as scheduled. The Shockers welcoming in Memphis tomorrow afternoon, and KU headed to K-State on Saturday evening.
Yeah, big basketball weekend for sure. Going to be a snowy basketball weekend, and you know, that's something that we've been watching, and I don't think that anything's going to happen because of the, you know, nature of TV and everything like that. It's two nationally televised games, but you know, they just moved Houston, Texas Tech. It's going to be worse down there than it is here, but
yes,
they moved the game of the week. They moved College Game Day up. Like,
what did they do with that one?
That was supposed to be prime time. They moved it to 1 p.m. to get people home sooner, and they basically College Game Day.
They'll still have game day there,
but it's just going to roll right into the game now rather than the early to late type.
I mean, it's going to be icy down there, so that's the difference. Hopefully, we get away from the ice and everything's okay. It's just going to be that it's so cold, but that's going to make the snow that real dry, worthless snow. But it's better for the roads. Yeah, it's going to be a mess down there, and they got to shut cities down. I saw my hometown, Amarillo, declared a state of emergency on Wednesday. You just don't know. The other problem down there in that part, is that game in Houston or in Lubbock?
In Lubbock, I'm pretty sure.
So the other problem with that part of the world, because Lubbock's right down the road from where I'm from, is the wind blows just a little bit. There's nothing to stop it. So they could have ice, right? Because that's the part of the storm they're getting. But man, you want to talk about some of the gnarliest, nastiest interstate pileups, all of that. It's because
just
you get
people drive like Texans whenever it's snowing.
you get blowing snow. It turns into a whiteout. Like you can't see anything. Yeah. And so if it's slick and there's a whiteout, which it almost always blows there, the wind, like that's a nightmare. Like you get one person slides off the road, turns into a 70 car pileup. So that doesn't surprise me, I suppose. Hopefully we stay clear. It's just cold. We have the dry snow. They can get it plowed off, give the plows their room, drive slow. That's always my advice for anybody. Just drive slow. Count on spinning out, count on losing control. So be going slow enough that's not that big a deal. That's kind of my philosophy.
So my roommates in college, I had one guy from Allen, Texas, and one from Broomfield, Colorado, right outside of Denver. And so, you have a Texas driver that you're talking about, and then you talk about the Colorado, and he would drive a little Subaru, and it would start icing, and he's like, let's go. Let's get out there. And he's like, TJ, get in your car. We're going to learn how to drive on this crap. And we went out for hours whenever it was snowy on our freshman year of college. And he's like, you're going to spin. Just turn into it. We're going to be fine.
Hey, little front wheel drive cars. I drove a 2001 Ford Taurus. That thing was a monster in the snow.
He said that's what he was talking about. I was like, dude, I don't know, I don't have a truck, I don't have 4-wheel drive, and he's like, who cares? I got a Subaru. Let's go.
You get 4-wheel drive, you're okay. 2-wheel drive truck, which is what I learned to drive in, a stick shift 2-wheel drive truck. You want to talk about a nightmare in the ice.
Gosh, I don't want
Holy crap. We would throw hay bales in the back, do all the things. Didn't matter. Just drive slow, everybody. If you have to get out on the roads, drive slow. I will say, too, I think I have PTSD from COVID and that whole time of life, because the thought of like being snowed in, there was a time in life where that was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna get snowed in. I'm just gonna, stay warm. Now the thought of being snowed in gives me anxiety. Like, what do you mean I can't go anywhere? Like, I don't want that.
We had very different COVID pandemics for sure.
I mean, I was here where this room, it became a studio for this because I had to use it for a TV studio. I mean, we were in the house, like you were just here. Oh God, I can't, like, just the thought of that. I think it like makes my skin crawl. But be safe. We can do it for a day.
I tell people all the time that, everybody was like, oh my gosh, like you were in college during COVID. Like that must have been the worst thing in the world. I'm like, was it?
Yeah. College would have been a little different.
It was pretty
fun. You're not listening to anybody.
Everybody's
anyway.
lives were crumbling a little bit, and that part sucked, obviously. But I was a ripe 19-year-old saying, like, "Hey, you tell me I get to sit in my room all day? Okay."
What do you mean I get to drink beer, eat delivery pizza, and play video games all day?
And they had all the stuff. I remember the local Mexican restaurant back home was like, "Hey, like we can't get you in the door because we can't have people in here right now. We'll do $1 enchiladas and $1 tacos. Get as many." And so me and my buddies are getting 30 enchiladas and just, it's awesome.
Yeah. Poor restaurants. But so anyway, that gives me, I get it, people. Like, I get it. We work for the news. And everyone's like, don't tell me what to do. And I get it. We also have to go out and cover all the wrecks and bad things that happen too. So just be careful. If you have to get out, just drive slow. That's the thing. And bundle up. It's going to be cold as hell. And that part's not going to be fun at all. But as of now, all the games are on as scheduled. We'll see if that changes. If it was going to change, it probably would have changed now. Like, we know what's coming. Nothing's going to surprise us at this point. Our meteorologists tell us, like, the models are as consistent as they ever are on these things. And it's just always saying the same thing. So bundle up. When we come back, what did Bill Self say yesterday, and why now is it not only his health we have concern about going into the weekend? That's next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
Right, welcome back in, everybody. We mentioned the cancellations and things we're tracking. Want to let you know that the scoreboard show tonight will also have some information for you that you'll hear right here on KFH. So any movement or things of that nature into the weekend, you can catch the latest on the scoreboard show tonight. Also, of course, on Catch It Kansas tonight over on 12 News and catchitkansas.com up and throughout that. I know it's tournament week, TJ, and it's kind of a hard week to have movement on these games, right? Like it's not a normal week anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this week is always tough in the fact of, trying to figure out who's going to play when. Like typically we make these schedules out the early in the week or the weekend before and say like, all right, Friday, Mays is going to play Derby. And whenever you do in tournament week, I don't know who's going to play. It's a bracket half the time. Most of the time, it's a bracket. And so that throws an extra wrinkle into it. And then the fact that we are now, trying to figure out what time the games are. I know the January Jam in Valley Center is the big one around here. They started at 8 o'clock this morning.
That's a way to go. That'll work.
A little morning
Even though it's
basketball.
brutally cold, get a little high school basketball.
Think kids are drinking coffee?
Oh, yeah. When did you start drinking coffee? Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee, by the way.
I'm getting some Prairie Fire coffee today.
When did you start drinking coffee?
I probably was maybe I was in 8th grade or maybe in high
Really?
school.
Like coffee? Like black coffee?
I mean, I was putting creamer in it, but yeah.
Okay.
So
I probably didn't have any sort of coffee until college. And there was like a coffee stand, in the student center or whatever. And they made a cinnamon roll latte. And so that was the first thing I had. And I was like, this is awesome,
Mhm.
right? You get the espresso. It's like firing you up. And it didn't take long to realize for me, like, that's probably a little too sweet to be drinking that all the time. So then black coffee came into play with sugar and stuff in it. I was 18 or 19 years old, filling in on the morning sports updates for KGNC radio. It was my first paying job. So I would do that. And of course, that was at like 2 a.m. So you had to drink coffee. And then I started in TV on a morning show, and those were black coffee days. Then it wasn't until my wife that I just switched over to straight black coffee with nothing in it. And that's, so for the last 15, 16 years, like that's like, I don't like drinking anything. Sometimes I'll like a very plain, no sweetener, like latte or something with espresso. But yeah, I didn't come around to straight black coffee. Are you straight black coffee now, or do you put stuff in?
I am officially taking the stance that at home I'm a black coffee drinker. But I mean, if you take me anywhere where there is creamer available, I'm taking the creamer. But we don't buy creamer, so I just drink black coffee at home.
Yeah, I don't like the sweet. I don't like the sweet in anything. I don't like the sweet when I'm having a whiskey. I don't like the sweet when I'm having a beer, coffee, no drink really. Black coffee, whiskey with water. I don't know. And I love black coffee now though. Holy cow, do I love black coffee. It's maybe my favorite part of the day. All right. Yesterday we get Bill Self talking, TJ, which we knew was coming after Hawk Talk. Not much change since we talked yesterday on his, on what he said about his heart. It was AFib. It scared him, scared everybody. And basically he ended up being fine, but they told him, no plane ride for you. You don't need to do that.
And it's kind of what we talked about is that they didn't want him getting on a plane. A big part of it was the fact that the game was in Boulder too. So it wasn't like just a plane ride and then getting down at sea level. You're getting off a plane. You're going to coach a game on top of a mountain, basically. Like that was the other part of that. And, they didn't want to risk whatever may come about that and wanted to play it safe. And so, he stayed home and then now he said he was working yesterday or 2 days ago now, and he was in the office and, all signs point that he's good. It was a scare, basically, is what he said, and is the best way to put it. It was a scare. Got an IV. He was really dehydrated, and now they say he should be fine. And like you and I have kind of talked about this, and I was talking about this with Michael Schwenke at work last night. Is that like people with pre-existing heart things like AFib isn't out of the ordinary.
Right. You have to be careful. You have to be scared. You have to live scared a little bit. But it's all good news, right? They were able to get that figured out. Everything's good. We're good to go in that regard. Then we also get the news from Bill Self, though, that Darren Peterson may not be good for Saturday. If it was, I know it was late. This is where this is going to get annoying, kind of, because of the cramp thing. Like anytime now Peterson goes through anything, like when he missed that dunk and went down hard, like people, oh, he's soft. No. Like, go back and watch it if you didn't see it. Like, he absolutely looked like he snapped his ankle on that play. Like, it went totally over. So he came up hobbled, but he came back into the game. Bill Self saying yesterday they're not sure yet if he's going to be able to play on Saturday. So that becomes a big question. I mean, for obvious reasons. But it can become because we're finally starting to see this team play with him well. That's the last thing they need, I think, or maybe they do. Maybe they do need to get a couple more games with them, but they've had plenty of time without him. They need him there. I mean, they're finally catching their groove.
It's frustrating, and it's the weirdest. I mean, this might be taking the cake for one of the weirder KU seasons of all time, and we've had a couple of weird ones the last 2 years. But like just the amount of different storylines, and then obviously Bill Self throws a wrinkle into it now in the middle of the season as well. But the Peterson storylines and everything like that. But like, just to like encapsulate the frustration around this stuff. Like yesterday at work, we're covering all this press conference because it was a big deal. It was a big press conference yesterday. And, some of the news people that don't follow it as closely as we do, they're like, this Peterson guy doesn't play a lot, does he? Like, what's going on with it? Like, he's the number one pick. Is that like a thing? Like, and I was like, well, there was the conspiracy that would, but like, he might have broken his ankle. It looked like he came down, like he couldn't walk. Like, he's hurt. Like, so I can't imagine he's going to play. And I think if he's fine, they're probably going to just rest him to be precautious. But, he got hurt. This isn't a cramping precautionary thing.
No, I mean, no. Go look at the play. Go look at the play. That's all I would tell you. Just go watch it. it doesn't look good. But he came back in the game, so I sort of just played it off as, yeah, okay, good. He's good to go. I don't know that he is good to go, and we'll find out. I think my gut says that he'll play. That's what my gut says. My gut says he'll play. But a rolled ankle, a sprained ankle. Bill Self did say it was a sprain only. So he didn't say high ankle sprain. He didn't say ligament damage. He didn't say anything like that. So it's probably just sore. And maybe it's a more limited Darren Peterson. But at this point, like, I'll take the limited Darren Peterson, right? I think limited Darren Peterson is probably something the team benefits from working through, because based on the season, you could have limited Darren Peterson anytime because of the cramps. So we'll see if he plays. KU can beat K-State without him. K-State, though, has a history of playing really well in that arena under Jerome Tang against KU. We're going to do picks later. I've been trying to wait on the lines. We didn't get any this morning, unfortunately, so I just made them up. And I put that one as a KU as an 8.5-point road favorite. As my best guess at probably where that line lands. But K-State can beat KU. Like, that's the strange thing about K-State on the other side of this. As bad as it's been this year, they do have a guy who can drop 40. They just, the problem for them is they haven't showed us. When was the last time they showed us they can play defense? That's the problem for K-State. Like, their defense has gotten away from them. But if they put that together for a game, sure, they could beat KU at Bramlage. Just they're not typically playing well enough to make you think they will. I mean, even when they beat Utah, great, you were almost a 10-point favorite against Utah.
Just look back historically. Look at last year. Like, did that team have any business beating K-State or KU the way they're playing? Like, K-State has found
that was a part of a part of the win streak. It was
that
right?
was like the second part of it. Like, that was whenever they're
yeah.
still just like, are they good or are they not good? Like, I don't know. And like, you see them. I think they beat. I don't know who they upset first.
They
But
beat
upset
some big
somebody.
teams in that streak.
And then they ended up beating Arizona. They ended up beating some good teams. Yeah, I agree. But like, think back to these K-State teams. Jerome Tang's 3-0 in Bramlage against Bill Self, and the only team that he had that could make an argument that was as good as Bill Self's team was in 2022. And that team that Bill Self had won the Big 12 with Grady Dick on it, and they lost in Bramlage. Like, it's crazy that he's 0-3 in Bramlage Coliseum against Jerome Tang.
The K-State has not given up fewer than 80 points, TJ, since South Dakota on December 20th, I think. ULM, BYU, Arizona, Arizona State, UCF, Oklahoma State, Utah was 78, right? So and I don't know, okay, but like 80 is going to be the number we're looking at here. 80? That's too, that ain't going to work. Like, that number's going to have to come way down. Even their good games lately, it's been high 70s.
I would argue, I'd push back on this, that I think that the difference in this game will be how KU can stop K-State's offense. Because we've talked a lot about KU's defense recently.
Sure.
And K-State wins games by trying to outscore you. So if K-State wins this game, they're going to score 90 points.
I'm looking at this, TJ, and I'm pretty sure there's only 2 times K-State's allowed fewer than 75 points this year, and it was UNC Greensboro and Bellarmine. That's it. Like, their defense is a problem. They can score it, though. They've pushed into the 90s, over triple digits. Like, this is a team that can score. So Shootout City, I guess that favors K-State, right? If I get your point, like, if they're going to win it, it's going to have to be Shootout City. Can KU keep up with that? The problem, I think, for K-State is KU's found its rhythm again defensively. So is this going to be one of those games for K-State, or does KU just say, well, let's just stop Haggerty? I think they're capable of doing that. I think K-State's going to have a problem on Saturday. It doesn't feel like a good matchup at all. Like, I'm trying to find the path to them winning a game, and the only path I can think of is Peterson's limited. KU resorts back to the defense we saw at the beginning of Big 12 play, and Haggerty goes absolutely ham. That's it. And it's got to be like all of those things together.
I'm like, they have to score 90 points, and Haggerty's got to have 35 plus to do it.
Well, however they get to 90, right? But then they also have to keep KU under 91 then, which kind of feels like a big ask.
I mean, but if you're not going to have Darren Peterson out there, I mean, we didn't see that team score 90. You know what I mean? Like that throws a pretty big wrinkle into this.
It does. Who's K-State going to throw out there to stop Flory Badunga and Tiller down low?
Yeah, I don't know if Kamari McGriff is healthy. He didn't play on.
I think KU slows this game way down. Yeah. I think, like, to me, it's like, guys, let's just grind this one out. We can't let them run. They can't beat us in the half court, and they don't have anybody to stop our bigs.
I didn't even think about it. K-State's shorthanded. You know, they don't have Bashir for a month. McGriff didn't play, and that's their only big man outside of Buka. But it's,
I'm having a hard time. But there's that energy, right? Did you see Jamari McDowell yesterday?
Yes.
Is that where K-State plays?
Yeah, Jamari, you've never won a game in that building, Jamari.
I want to know, like, do you think it really was, though? Like, I don't know the name of that place.
I don't know. You think that? I feel like we're nerds in the fact that we know.
I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance. Think back to being in college.
Pop quiz. Where does West Virginia play?
Pop quiz. Name me the arena of any other team in the Big 12.
Well, West Virginia is the Hope Coliseum. Texas Tech is the United Supermarkets or something like that.
It used to be United Spirit Arena. It could be the United Supermarkets Arena.
Not a supermarket.
Could be. Yeah.
Oklahoma State plays in the IBA Center. I think it's called that, right?
Gallagher IBA. Yep, that'd be the only one I think I could get. And Lubbock, of course.
I couldn't get any of the new 12s for sure.
So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. I mean, Bramlage Coliseum. I'd never heard that before I got here working. Obviously, I couldn't have told you that. Allen Fieldhouse, everybody knows. I mean, that's so. I don't know. Either way, it was funny. I don't know if it was intentional or not. If it was intentional, it might even be more funny. But you know, I covered Brandon Green for a long time. Like, there's no need for that. You just let it just go play. Man, I hope it brings the energy, and I hope they keep it close. I really do. I just am having a hard time as I started to think about the game yesterday. Like, I don't know that it's hard for me to draw up even the most optimistic path for K-State to have a chance to win this game. Darren Peterson not playing would be a start. If you're K-State, that would be somewhere to start. Even if he doesn't, I still think KU's probably a 5, 6, 7 point favorite, because I don't know how K-State's going to stop the bigs of KU, and I don't know how even if Haggerty goes wild, how many can he score? They're not going to get anything down low.
The fact that they're so shorthanded is. And it's honestly, I didn't think they were going to beat Utah so shorthanded either. Like, that's how much they lost that they didn't have in that game. And, you know, McGriff just played his tail off on the road this past weekend. And you're like, oh, there might be something there. There might be something there. And then you lose him. So I don't know what happened either. He was like a game time decision. So he probably will play if you wanted me to guess right now. But, you know, Bashir isn't. Bashir at one point was putting a lot of those points on the board. Nate Johnson hasn't, scored at the level that he used to score at. It literally is Haggerty's going to score 20. Can Haggerty score another 20?
Can Haggerty score 60? Can Haggerty score 70? Because I'm not sure who else is going to score along with him. But, we're going to have to see. That game's at 7:00. Shockers Memphis. We'll talk about before the end of the show. We'll talk about it in our picks at 3:00. I'm probably, because I'm having a hard time finding the path for K-State, I'm finding myself a little more intrigued by Wichita State Memphis, because I think that could be a really good game. And I don't know what to expect in that one. Yeah. I expect KU to push K-State around a little bit. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a really competitive game in Manhattan. But Wichita State Memphis, you got a good feel for that one?
I'll ask you this. People were talking about this on social media. If it wasn't going to snow, you think there'd be a good crowd on Saturday?
For Wichita State Memphis?
Yeah. That's like the biggest conference game you're going to play.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I was at North Texas was that a Saturday or a Sunday?
Sunday.
It was a good crowd. That was as good a crowd as I've seen for a regular game in a while.
Memphis last year was on a Sunday.
Other than the Memphis
morning.
Games, right?
Yeah, and that was a good crowd. And they have enough, do they have momentum right now? I feel like they do.
No, I mean, they have as much momentum as they've had, but the problem is it's just kind of it goes up and down.
If you win tonight, you really have momentum, I think.
Absolutely. I agree with that. But that Rice loss was not that long ago, and they just got stomped by FAU last week. They kind of go every other. They just need to avoid those letdowns. If they could avoid the letdowns, then I mean, Wichita State, Memphis, you're just fired up in general because this team's ceiling is high enough to beat anybody in this league. The problem has been that their floor is low enough clearly to lose to anybody. Lost to Rice. So where do they land? I suspect they get up for this game. I suspect it's within 5 points either way. I think this is going to be tight.
I'm interested. I wonder if they're favored.
It's a huge opportunity for Wichita State in the standings, just for about 1,000 reasons. So I'm pretty fired up for that. We'll pick it in the next hour. When we come back, did the Ravens get it right? You fire John Harbaugh, make a hire of a guy nobody's heard of. We'll talk about it next.
.97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
With Civic Tax Relief, they were able to save me upwards of $80,000 that I would have had to pay had I not reached out to them.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies.
I owe the IRS $37,000.
They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily here on KFA. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, Max Power producing. On your way into work, want to keep listening to Sports Daily even after you park your car? With the Odyssey app and Odyssey.com, you can. Just download the app. Visit Odyssey.com, search for KFH. You can stream us that way. You can also stream us KWCH.com on 12 News Connected. And then in the future, if you want to podcast us, take us with you on the long drive, you can just download the show. Max puts us there every day afterwards. We're glad to be here with you. We're glad to be with you no matter how it is that you listen to the show. We appreciate it every time. All right, TJ. So Jesse Minter is who the Ravens go with. Makes sense. Not a name, I think, that's going to get, the casual fan excited, but it makes sense. He spent some time with the Ravens, has done a really nice job with the Chargers. I think the reality is he's probably a top candidate for a lot of these jobs, and he gets this one. And I still maintain, I think Baltimore is the best job of the group.
Better than the Bills?
I think it's better than the Bills. Yeah. The Bills, what they just did in that news conference, like the fact that McDermott's been on the hot seat now for what feels like 2 or 3 years, like that's all not like if I'm everybody's top choice, right? Like if I'm the coach that gets to go pick my job, Baltimore to me seems more stable. You've got a great quarterback either way. I think Baltimore is a little younger than Buffalo. I think you've at least got one more good year of Derrick Henry. I think Baltimore's a little safer. This stuff in Buffalo is a little weird. The news conference, the Keon Coleman stuff, like throwing people under the bus. McDermott has felt like he's needed to look over his shoulder now for years. And that's weird to me because they've been highly successful. And I don't know that I want to walk into that because what's the expectation there? Like it is quite literally, it feels like it's Super Bowl or bust.
Speaking of the Bills,
Baltimore's Super Bowl or bust. I think Baltimore comes in and you win 10, 11 games and you've done a good job in year one.
Speaking of the Bills job, this is our favorite segment on Sports Daily where I tell Jacob breaking news that he hasn't seen yet. Today, an interview at the Bills job for Mike McDaniel.
Oh my goodness. Really?
Hired by LA as their offensive coordinator, but they're going to let him interview for head coach jobs if he gets one.
Is that because they got him in the building and they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. You guys talk to him. I don't know why I don't have any real beef with Mike McDaniel. I just don't know that vibe's ever going to work. Did you see, did I send it to you? There's that great impressionist. It's his name, Molinari.
Yeah.
But his impression of the McDaniel Jim Harbaugh conversation.
Yeah.
That is as good as it gets. That is as good as it gets. And describe your offensive philosophy. It's like putting pineapple on pizza. God. Oh man, it was good. I don't know, man. I think he's got a chance to be really successful as an offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel's not the guy. If I am Buffalo and I just fired the guy who is capable of winning playoff games every single year, I'm not sure that McDaniel, who just failed very well with a big time roster in Miami, I don't know that that's the guy that I'm
a big time roster in Miami.
Yes, look at the money and what they invested in that roster. Are you kidding me?
Wide receiver tore his knee in half in the third game
last year. What about the other seasons when he was trying to set NFL records?
They had one of the best offenses in the league with Tua playing quarterback. I think he's an awesome hire.
In Buffalo?
I think so. I think it'd be great.
When was the last time Miami won a game in cold weather?
That's just because they're from Miami. Maybe if you get a bunch of snowbirds, you can play a football game.
By the way, he's never won a playoff game. He
made the playoff.
What they did make the playoffs and lost,
and then lost in the coldest game in Arrowhead history,
and then didn't make the playoffs either of the next 2 years. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, what is it about?
They were almost a playoff team this year, weren't they?
They were almost a playoff team. Buffalo is the Super Bowl or bust. You just fired McDermott, who goes and wins playoff games every year. The Dolphins almost made the playoffs.
What if you put Josh Allen on the Dolphins? I bet they're going to be pretty stinking good.
That's fine. Okay. What about McDaniel's offensive philosophy do you think fits with the Bills?
It's different than what they've been doing. I don't know. Maybe that's what they need, even though their offensive coordinator is great.
They like Miami, and I think it was a valiant effort. That's why I think it's an interesting fit with like the Chargers, because it would be a total. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but Miami quietly runs the ball really well, and so does Buffalo. So maybe that's it. Maybe they feel they can get more juice out of the run game, but they were already the best running team in football.
I wonder what this means for the offensive coordinator. What's the offensive coordinator in Buffalo's name again? You remember?
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady. What does that mean for him? Does this mean he's going somewhere else? Does this mean he's going to get a job?
Yeah, I would imagine he's out.
Yeah.
So
that's why you do it, to just say like, all right, let's figure. I mean, we lost Joe Brady. Let's just change everything. Let's just do it.
I don't know that Joe Brady. I don't know that he's out. I'm saying if you hire McDaniel, he's out. I wouldn't be like, why is Joe Brady not a candidate for the job?
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. If they hire anybody else, is he leaving?
I think I'd hire a defensive guy. I said that before. If I'm, and I said that about Baltimore too. I'd hire a defensive guy. The offense is going to, when you're looking at those kinds of quarterbacks, you're basically going to your quarterback and saying, what should we do here? If Josh Allen says it ain't Brady, like leave that alone, then you leave that alone. You either promote him or you go get a defensive guy. That's what I would do. That's what Baltimore did. I would have done that for Baltimore too. Like, you can go marry an offensive coordinator, like Lamar Jackson. Like, where do you feel like stylistically we have the best shot? What style of offense, and who have you worked with in those best seasons you have? Who's your quarterback's coach? Who is an offensive coach that you feel like? And then you hire the defensive guy, and then you go get that guy as your offensive coordinator. I think Buffalo should do the same thing. Go get a defense. And McDermott was a defense guy, I believe, right? He came up as a defensive backs coach, I think.
Yeah. He was a DC for the Panthers before he got the job.
So I think you got to stick with that. I mean, you can try, but man, that feels risky. You're going to change the offense now. That's why I've come around to the Eric Bieniemy hire, by the way, for Kansas City. Like, Eric Bieniemy allows them to do something different, but also not abandon the thing that has taken the Chiefs to 5 out of the last now 8 Super Bowls. So like that like everyone in Chiefs Kingdom is saying, start over. And it's like, whoa, they've won 5 out of 8 Super Bowls. Like, I wouldn't say they haven't been doing anything right. So Bieniemy started to make some sense. Guy they're familiar with, everybody on the offense that played with him likes him. He's going to you hope infuse some life into a run game that everybody knows you need, and then you move on.
This one
McDaniel to the Chargers makes sense. Run game, Miami could always run the ball with Achane. We know the Chargers want to run the ball, and you're not allowing McDaniel to be a distraction, which he kind of is a distraction. That's the last thing Buffalo needs. They need what's Seattle's coach? McDaniel, Mike McDonald. They need Mike McDonald. Who's going to come in there and everybody around the water cooler is going to say, "Who's their coach again?" I was in the hot tub in Park City, Utah, having a beer, listening to guys. Who is Seattle's coach? Who's Seattle's coach? And I'm like, how do you not know who Mike McDonald is? And by the way, it's a very valid question. He's the least known coach in football who has done the most early in his career. Sean McVay did what Mike McDonald has done, and everybody that ever shared a cup of coffee with Sean McVay got a head coaching job.
It's true.
Nobody even knows who Mike McDonald is. Like, go get that guy if you're Buffalo. You don't need a distraction like Mike.
Did you see the video, by the way? Speaking of Mike McDonald, that the Good Morning Football guy, what is it? Kyle Brandt, I think is his name.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt.
Went around Seattle holding a picture of Mike McDonald, asking fans, "Can you name who this man is?" Like, I don't know who that is. And
Isn't
so
that crazy?
So the Seahawks responded by taking a picture of Kyle Brandt to practice and asking players if they could ask me who that was.
That's good stuff. Kyle Brandt, formerly of the Jim Rome Show. Kyle Brandt's awesome. His energy is as contagious as it gets.
Young and the Restless.
Yeah,
right?
I think he was on Rome's. No, maybe he joined Rome. That was when I was delivering flowers for my grandpa when I would listen to Rome when Kyle Brandt was a part of it, and they would always make fun of him for being on the Young and the Restless. His energy's just so damn good. I love Kyle Brandt. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, we don't know who he is. Every time I'm like, Mike McDaniel, Mike McDonald. Which of the double M's do we know more about and why? Right? Yeah. It's no different than Sean McVay. Like, what he's doing is no different than what Sean McVay did, and Sean McVay was God's gift to coaching. Nobody even knows who Mike McDonald is. Who is that guy? That's why I like Baltimore's Jesse Minter hire. Like, go get the guy that just, kind of just slides through and wins. And that's what McDermott was, right? Nobody really knew a lot about Sean McDermott. Dude wins 10 games every year. They just got rid of him. I can't. That's why I don't like it. I mean, I guess you could sit here and say, well, why would you go do the same thing you just fired? And okay, I don't like that decision to begin with. I don't think they should have fired him. Now you got to go. Maybe Mike McDaniel's the most opposite of Sean McDermott I could think of. So if you want to go that route, but why is everybody so in love with Mike McDaniel?
It just feels like. Because I am. I'm sorry. Like the amount. Like, do you remember when they
joggers? Because you're a jogger guy.
I like joggers, but I'm saying I think it's like. Do you remember when they scored 70 points in that one game? Like, their offense has been like at times one of the most insane things that was in the NFL. Like, it was the
and he's 2 games over 500 in 4 years.
Sometimes the bed that was. I'm not going to sit here and defend Mike McDaniel the entire time, but like there was some silly things. I'm sure there was, but like. It's also Miami. What were they before they got him?
I don't know.
Weren't they terrible? If I'm not mistaken.
No, they made the playoffs a lot of years. They've had terrible seasons, but they're famously just can't win a playoff game. When did he get there? 2022.
Yeah,
2022. In 2021, they were 9-8. In 2020, they were 10-6. So, no, they were not terrible when he got there. Brian Flores, remember? That's right. Brian Flores famously fired for no reason. Flores was doing a hell of a job. He's a candidate. He should be a candidate for some of these. I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't make sense to me to do it that way. Like, if you're going to go that right, it's kind of like Cliff Kingsbury, right? We all know this guy's probably an offensive genius. He probably is, right? He was a big part of Kyle Shanahan's offenses in San Francisco. He knows running games, like all this stuff. I get it. I believe it too. But that doesn't mean you're going to be a great head coach. And so guys like that, guys like Cliff Kingsbury, like if you're going to take a swing on that, be the Cardinals. Not that they're going to go Kingsbury again, but be a team that's kind of fringy right now. That maybe like you can't take the Bills, who just told you winning. I don't know what Sean McDermott averaged. Let's call it 12 wins a year and 2 playoff wins a year. That's not good enough. You can't go hire the guy that in 4 years couldn't win a playoff game. and had a record 2 games over 500. How does that make any sense?
I think it just goes back to the fact of like what we always talk about in college is like you can't fire Brian Kelly without hiring a big guy. Like you can't fire James Franklin to go get the offensive coordinator somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same thing I think of the syndrome of that of saying like we can't fire McDermott and go hire a up and comer. You know, like we got to go get somebody.
It didn't make any sense to fire McDermott. That's the problem.
That's the next step. That's what you got to do if you want to keep your fans happy.
Well, you better go win the Super Bowl. Buffalo fans are showing up. McDermott's winning a ton of games. I don't know. We'll come back. We got more Sports Daily. We got picks in the next hour. Stick around.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Welcome in, everybody. Another hour of Sports Daily rolling in for you. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, Max Power producing for us this morning. As always, he's got your KFH hotline at 869-1240. We've got your 12 News Connected stream up and running. Appreciate everybody there. Appreciate everybody in the Odyssey app. If you want to leave us video comments, you can do that through Facebook, through YouTube, through X. Busy weekend coming. We're going to make some picks this hour. We'll continue our conversation into the NFL and championship weekend. It's all what's on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where you can drink Buffalo Sweat and help Buffalo right here in Kansas in January and February at all 3 WBC locations. A portion of the proceeds from every draft pint of Buffalo Sweat Oatmeal Cream Stout will help support Maxwell Wildlife Refuge. WBC pizza and beer made here.
Jacob.
Yes.
Chiefs just tweeted, "Thank you for everything, Coach Matt Nagy."
Yeah, what was he going to do?
I don't know, but that makes
he doesn't have a job yet, does he?
No, that's what I thought was happening, is that usually you don't tweet that out until they're officially gone. But apparently they're just saying, well, yeah, just go ahead and go.
Well, you tweet that out when he's not welcome back. I don't say he's welcome back. He's not coming back. They look, you can't fire Sean McDermott, in my opinion. Matt Nagy didn't do anything wrong necessarily, but they had to do something.
Yeah, that's what we talked about that. It was more so just like, maybe creative juices is the right thing to think about in this thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Energy.
Like it's like when two great writers get together to write a book, and it's like, man, we've wrote the same book for 4 years in a row now. Like, we need somebody new in here.
What does Eric Bieniemy bring to the table? Run game experience and like discipline, old school, hard nose. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't know how much of that to even put with Matt Nagy. I don't, but I do know that the Chiefs were undisciplined when it comes to penalties. The skill set that Bieniemy had does feel like it fits what the Chiefs really could use right now. And so I think that makes sense. Nagy's going to go get a job somewhere for sure. And probably it'll be the best thing that happens for him, because if he can go be, let's call it an offensive coordinator somewhere and have some success, he'll get a job next year for sure. I think people are hesitant to make him a head coach right now, even though they really want to, because it didn't go particularly well in Chicago, although it wasn't awful. I think sometimes we mix up Nagy and Eberflus on how that went for him. So if he doesn't get a head coaching job, he'll get a job and he'll be fine. And they'll be in it, and it won't be a big deal. But for the Chiefs, it makes some sense for him to go do his thing somewhere. What do you make of Tyreek Hill lately? Tyreek Hill tweets like my mom texts.
Golly.
Like, can I get, is it too much to ask to get a comma? Like, I have to send messages to TJ all the time for a translation on what it is that I'm seeing and reading here. Like, I don't understand. Like, Because you just sitting there. You tell me what this means. Okay. I see this yesterday. So what brings us on? EB to the Chiefs HM. No punctuation.
Come on.
What does that mean?
That means Eric Bieniemy to the Chiefs.
Okay. I thought had multiple M's, not
I think
one.
that means honorable mention.
I didn't know what it meant.
So there's a and then there's That's what that was. It was
Here, you want to know what I thought it meant? How about me? What was that thing recently that you said, like WB or something? That was what about?
What about? And you thought it, yeah.
So I saw HM and I was like, EB to the Chiefs. How about me? That's what I thought it meant. That's why I asked you. There's an emoji for that now, by the way, or it's multiple M's on right? Am I crazy?
He's not pondering that hard. He's just saying not different.
That would be HUH. Huh.
Yeah, you can make an argument about that.
I can't understand what he's tweeting about. Sometimes I can. I just I don't know. He wants to come back to the Chiefs really bad.
It's weird. It's like at this point, it's like I've never seen a player, at least of his stature, obviously, like be so open about like, I want to play for you. And it feels like, I don't know if Kansas City wants him. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, they don't want his contract.
Yeah.
How much does he have left on that? He is not an unrestricted free agent until after next year. He's owed $30 million next year. Like, he ain't coming back to the Chiefs. Sorry, bud. In your age 32 season, a speed receiver coming off major injury that's owed $30 million next year? No. You want to come back for like the veteran minimum? Sure, maybe. The Chiefs love doing that, but they're not. I mean, come on. Like, so you playing for another team right now, Tyreek?
I know. That's
like
what? Wild.
And you're playing for the team, by the way, that you said Tua's whatever, the most accurate quarterback or whatever. But you're playing for the team that went and traded for you and paid you, what was the deal for? $150 million or something? Why are you like, what are you doing? You got exactly what you wanted. You can't now be like, oh, I want to come back to the Chiefs. And if you do, you ain't doing it for $30 million. So waive the rest of your contract or something.
I know. I was going to say, what happens? Is he asked to get bought out and released or something? I don't know what happens.
And that's exactly what the Chiefs need. Another troubled wide receiver, right? Like that's what'll help them. Sorry, I don't think this one's going to work out on the reunion tour. Maybe next year when your contract's up. But I can't like, man, it's just so strange. Run the ball next year. Run the ball next year.
Back to Bieniemy. Let's have this conversation while we're in this segment. Fans were all gung-ho about something has to change. We got to get new blood in here. Like Andy is getting stagnant. The league has figured it out. And what do? They go hire the guy that was the offensive coordinator here, 4 years ago. And I get the stats, and the stats are the stats. But fans have quickly gone from, we got to get this. Like, fans wanted to fire Andy Reid. And so they backed off of that and said, okay, let's get a new offensive coordinator then to help maybe change his mind. And then they go to Bieniemy, and now fans are like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. And I'm like, there's a part of me, and I get it. Like, they were the best offense in the NFL, and there was something to be said about that. But they, like, the part that, maybe troubles me is what Bieniemy did after he left Kansas City, Like, he was supposed to be a head coach, and I think
it was rocky in the end with Kansas City. That's what I mean. Like, the end for him was weird, really, really weird. So there's been enough time though now to be past all that. But it's what I told you a couple days ago. It was one of the stranger stories ever, because in the beginning the narrative was the Rooney Rule stuff. Like, he's not getting hired. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. There are other coaches, minority coaches getting hired all around him. I don't think it's that, guys. And then you start to see what happened in Washington. He got like in hot water for,
I don't remember that.
With a player or something. I don't know, but he's worked his way back. And again, like, we know it works in Kansas City. The players support it. I did the same thing you're talking about. Like, if you'd have told me that in week 15, I'd have been like, no. But then
Like,
it kind of then it makes some sense though.
But
And
my thing, let's finish this circle of point here. Like, he left, and it like the whole idea is he's going to go to Washington to go prove that he's not just Andy Reid's right-hand man. Like, he can go be and that was the idea, I believe, is what it was. He's going to go be the associate head coach there and, make it work, show everybody he's great, and then go be a head coach in the NFL. And then it ends after 1 year. And then he ends up at UCLA and, didn't finish the year with UCLA, if I remember right. Like, that was a whole thing there as well. And then it was like, oh, now he's on the Bears staff as a running backs coach. Like, like it's not the trajectory of like Matt Nagy, who left and was a head coach and then came back as the offensive coordinator. And it's like, okay, well, let's just go back to where things started here. It's, he left Kansas City, and, you can make the argument that he died, digressed. Is that the right word to use there? Like that. And then now he's back in where he used to be, and it's because of what he did the last time he was in Kansas City. It's not from what he did after his time in Kansas City.
Yeah, nobody anymore is saying he needs to be a head coach. Like, that's gone. He does fit what I think most of us think the Chiefs need, though. Discipline, run game. Why did the Chiefs offense not work the last 2 years? It's a great, great question that we can discuss at length. Injuries, suspensions, lack of creativity. There's a million reasons why it didn't work. The problem is we all want to react dramatically to it, but does it require that? Right? Was it really that bad, or was it a set of circumstances? Was it Josh Simmons stepping away from the team? Was it hobbling through when you felt really good about the offensive line when the offense did look good to losing 4 starters all at one time? Was it Rice getting suspended? Was it Worthy busting his shoulder? Was it probably it was a combination of all of those things. And maybe it's not as far off as we think it is. The reason I like Bieniemy is because I do think about the run game. And he's the guy you want with that. Like, you couldn't go – if I told you, hey, you need to beef up your run game, like, he's the first guy I'd call. So I think it makes sense that way. We'll get more into it as the offseason progresses. We're going to make some picks when we come back. Championship weekend, a couple big college basketball games. Stick around. We got more Sports Daily for you.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issue a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you on this Friday. We're gonna make some picks. We may have to do some of this digitally, TJ. We're missing the crew here this morning. Here comes Brandon, so we'll have Brandon, but we'll get these picks. We're going to discuss these championship games. We're going to discuss a couple college basketball games. Should be fun here. Man, are we ready for this? Are we ready for championship weekend? Oh, no, we have Tommy. We got Brandon.
Yeah. But
there is Savage.
Yeah,
We're just Savage after dark.
Yeah, I just
black square on the video stream.
I'm going to make an apology.
Take the black square away. We got an echo.
What? Take it away.
Take the black square out.
Is that?
How about
There
that?
we go.
All right.
Now we go.
I just want to offer an apology to all the women, all of our women watchers
That's right.
of this show. When I'm not on, I know it hurts our ratings, guys. I'm sorry if you can't get me on. I mean, but you got to think of, the ladies that watch this show. Come on now.
I apologize to all the ladies out there. It is good to see. It is good to not see Paul Savage here on the video stream today. So we've got some picks to make, boys. Look, we had to juice this up a little bit more than just the 2 football games. So I added in some basketball, and these are my lines that I made up at what my best guess at where these games will land tomorrow. So that's what we're going to do. Headed into this thing, TJ, as we have this week and then a Super Bowl to pick, and that's it. How do we stand? Jackson making my picks uninterrupted last week.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's convenient that Jacob made the decision to just start throwing in basketball games after he went 2-3 last week and fell out of the lead. So wants some extra games to pick to cut it. Whatever. So Jackson/Jacob went 2-3 last week. TJ went 2-3. Brandon went 2-3. Tommy went 2-3, and Paul Savage went 2-3.
2-3.
All across the board. But as part of that 2-3, TJ Cleveland still has the lead, 67. Jacob. And 64. Jacob at 66. Brandon at 66. Paul at 62. And Tommy is 56 and 76. He hasn't had a winning. Let's look. He hasn't had a winning week since week 16 of the college football season.
I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys right now. It took a lot for me to show up today.
Yeah.
I'm so far out of it at this point. I'm like, do I even really need to keep doing this?
Maybe Tommy should start making guest appearances on KNSS instead of KNSS.
Man,
it's a pick. I can't even come up with a good joke there. That's my fault. All right, Max, hit the music. Let's pick some games.
Hey, sports bettors, ready for some picks destined to fail? It's time to hear what the Sports Daily staff thinks of the weekend games.
All right, we're going to start with some hoops because, yes, when you half-hearted make the rules of this thing and you got some games to make up, we can't just pick 2 games. We got to keep this thing interesting for another couple of weeks. So we're going to start with the Shockers, assuming they play at 3 o'clock tomorrow against Memphis. I called it a pick 'em. I think there's a chance Wichita State's a slight favorite in this game. Ken Palm, what did Ken Palm have him, TJ? A 2-point favorite?
Yeah, we'll call it
I think it'll be about a pick 'em, so we'll take it at a pick 'em. And TJ, you're in the lead overall. I don't remember what the records were last week, but you're in the lead overall, so you go first.
I will take Wichita State. I think that they have a chance to get a statement win over Memphis. I feel like there is a little bit of momentum, even though they got thumped by FAU on the road last week. But I think that, if Kenyon Giles can figure out how to do the Kenyon Giles thing, they will beat Memphis. Memphis is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Memphis has been good in the league. I'll go next. I'm going to take the Shockers too. I do think this is really close and will be an interesting game. I think Penny's already talking about the weather. Like, I feel like Memphis could come into this a little distracted, worried about other things. How are we going to get home? Are we going to make it home on time? Why are we here? Why couldn't
the hedge here?
That's right. Yep, that's right.
Give me Wichita State, Brandon.
I got to make up one game on TJ over the next between this week and the Super Bowl, and I'm not trying to lose any ground on Jacob, and I'm not going to try to make up ground picking on Wichita State basketball. So let's just pick the Shockers and move on.
All right, Paul.
Well, here's a good chance for me to pick a little something up. Listen, both these teams have moments where they start to look like they're coming around. And granted, Wichita State, over the course of the season, those moments where they look like they have potential, that looks like they're going to gel, that looks like they're figuring this out, then they fold back and they go back to the way they were playing earlier in the year. Both teams have had those kind of moments. However, this is a situation where I can pick up a game. And it's not even like nobody's going to say, oh, Savage, you're crazy for taking Memphis. I'm going to take Memphis because I think, first of all, they can win, but Wichita State can too. And it's a pick 'em game. It's at Wichita State. I doubt if there'll be a great crowd because the snow is going to keep a lot of people home, fellas. There's going to be a lot of seats there. I'm going to go ahead and take Memphis, and this is a good chance to pick up a game.
The snow might be bad, but not as bad as it'll be Saturday night. We'll see about that, Tommy. But
yeah, because if that's true, you need to be at the game.
I don't know that.
Talk all that talk.
Oh, well, you know what?
Duties.
You say that. I got invited to that game in the Champions Club, but I had
my
daughters. Hang tight here. I had a double header. The Bolts had a double header that got canceled. I just got the email that got canceled. Oh. I might need to brave that. I might have to think about that. Either way, Tommy, hadn't been a bigger opportunity than this for Wichita State in a while. This could be a statement game for them.
Yeah, I mean, it really could. And we know what Memphis has done in this league. We know what Memphis has done, to Wichita over the last few years. This is a really good opportunity. The timing of this, I think, is lining up well for Wichita State. I've got nothing to lose. Give me the Shockers and the pick 'em. I'm going to take them, and I'll let Paul have that Memphis Island.
Yeah, I like it.
It's one of those where, don't we all just want to root for the Shockers really, really bad? And this one, this could be the one that makes you feel good. All right, let's go to the other one, the Sunflower Showdown. I put this as a KU 8.5-point favorite on the road. Felt about right. K-State was favored by 8.5 or 9, I believe, at home against Utah. So that's a pretty big swing. We don't know about Darren Peterson. I'll go first here. TJ and I were talking about this in the first hour. I think it's a really bad matchup for K-State. I'm going to lay that 8.5 points. I'm going to take KU because I don't know how on earth K-State's going to stop anything down low for KU. And I think that'll allow KU to slow this game down and keep K-State from being able to score that 90 they're going to have to score to win this game. Brandon?
Melvin Council, Florida Badunga. K-State doesn't play defense. They have no depth right now. Give me the Hawks.
Paul?
Well, I can see, you know something? I can see another basketball island. How about that? Here it comes. Normally, now, if you'd asked me pick, I think I would have gone right along with you two yokels, and I would have probably said, yeah, let's go ahead and take the Hawks. But I see a chance for another island because I got a feeling Tommy is not going to take – I just don't see him taking K-State. He's a homer for KU, so that's going to go.
Okay.
I'm taking the Cats, and I'm going to pick up another game on you guys.
Tommy, hey, Tang unbeaten at Bramlage against KU.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think me picking a team that's got the kind of talent that KU has with the way that Kansas State has struggled this season makes me a homer for the Jayhawks. I just think it's a rational, reasonable pick to take the Jayhawks and lay those points. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, we're getting savage out on islands here. All right, let's go to the NFL. Oh, sorry,
TJ didn't pick.
Apologies, TJ. It's an assumption on my part that you're taking KU.
Maybe it was.
Really?
Maybe it wasn't.
You think it's an assumption? I don't think I'm going to
K-State.
get anything different from
Take
you guys.
K-State.
Patriots and Seahawks in this next couple
Take
ones.
K-State.
Rome Tang has won 3 in a row against Bill Self in Bramlage Coliseum. If Darren Peterson doesn't play and Haggerty scores 40 points, there's a chance. I think it will be a close game. And it might be in the 90s. And I think that K-State can cover that number. And 12-year-old TJ wants to punch me in the face.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy. I love it. I love it. So
giddy
there's
over
one.
that pick.
There's one for us, Brandon. There's one that we've got back. Now let's get to the NFL. All right. Pats, Broncos. Broncos are 4.5-point home favorites, Brandon. How much
they're
worse
underdogs.
is Broncos are 4.5-point home favorites. How much worse is Jarrett Stidham?
You said
No, the Broncos are 4.5
home
home
underdogs.
dogs.
One more time.
Whatever. The Broncos are getting 4.5 points. I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, what is the line if Bo Nix is the quarterback? How much worse is Stidham than Bo Nix? I think it's telling us the Pats were going to be favored either way here.
Well, I love that I get to go first in this spot because it's exactly what happened to me last week. It's going to repeat. You guys are all going to pick the Patriots, and I'm picking the Broncos yet again. Jarrett Stidham was the very first guy Sean Payton signed when he came to the Broncos. He's just got to be able to do enough. I think they're going to be able to play keep away. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I really like Denver in this matchup, and I think they're going to be going to a Super Bowl. Give me Jarrett Stidham and the Broncos to cover the number and I think win.
Savage, sorry I couldn't spit that out there. You're kind of a Broncos guy.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable taking the 4.5 points with Jarrett Stidham at quarterback?
You know, I think I am, and I think I am because it's one of those games. You know, I get the sense, and I don't use this term very often. Team of destiny. That sounds so stupid. I can't even believe I'm saying it. But team of destiny. It's what it's going to be. I think Denver is that one. Max, don't look at me like that. What's wrong with you? I'm going to take Denver because they are a team of destiny.
Well, they're either a team of destiny or they're frauds, Tommy. One way or the other.
Yeah, I'm going to say with Bo Nix not there, I'm leaning more towards fraud. So I'm going to take New England. And it's not even really about the Broncos and about the fact that Bo Nix is gone. It's more about the fact that what New England has done this season with Drake May and Mike Vrabel and their defense and everything that they've got going for them is remarkable. I'm going to take New England and lay the 4.5.
You can have New Orleans.
I'm going to take New England and lay the points. I think they can win by a touchdown.
We've got the Broncos as favorites. We've got the Saints playing in this game. We're off the rails here on Friday picks. Look, I can't in good faith take Denver. I've been talking trash on Denver for a quarter of a year here, taking crap on the streets from Broncos fans for it. My bet's on Vrabel and the Patriots defense. Quite honestly, it's like, can Drake May make 3 big plays in this game? I think Denver's really going to. I think that whether they had Bo Nix or Jarrett Stidham, they're going to struggle to score in this one. So I'll take the Patriots. Man, 4.5 points. So pretty that on the road. That's a lot. I'm not comfortable with it at all, but I'm going to take the Patriots. TJ.
Jacob, I was right there with you talking smack on the Broncos, calling them frauds all year. But you know what this is called? This is called character development, called from learning from your mistakes, taking a look in the mirror and realize that I've missed a lot of picks because of the Denver Broncos. And I'm not going to let it happen anymore. I agree with Brandon, though. I think that they're going to cover this because of their defense. I don't think that Bo Nix was going to lead them to a win either way. I think that Jarrett Stidham can do a tick below what Bo Nix was going to do, honestly. And I think that the defense can go out and cover the number. I'm taking the Denver Broncos.
Come on, say it.
Wow.
Team of Destiny. Go ahead, say it.
Wow. I thought an island was coming my way. I'm shocked.
Tommy, as you write the bio for this show, could you remember to add in that it's a show of high character and character development, please?
Yeah, I'm going to write in there that we have no idea what we're talking about when we're picking. I'm picking New Orleans, and you're making the Broncos home favorites. It's wild.
The Seahawks are home favorites. Tommy, you're up first here. 2.5. I know, Paul, you're up first, actually. Paul, you're up first. Seahawks are 2.5-point home favorites against the Rams. They appear to be the wagon here in the playoffs right now, but the Rams have the most talent probably on offense of any team. How do you feel about this?
This game is it's a guess for me. I just don't have a feeling. I don't know. I have confidence that either team can win. Quarterback's great at both. There's just a lot that's right on this game. I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I took the Rams last week and they won for me. I'm going to take the Rams again this week just because I had success last week. Other than that, either one of these teams can win, and I will not be surprised which one wins because they're both that good.
Tommy, when they played in the regular season, 2 games, outcomes decided by a total of 3 points. One of them went to overtime, and they split.
I don't even know
so
who picked.
Good luck. Like, what
Did
is
Paul
that?
pick the game?
Yeah, I took the Rams.
Yeah, he took the Rams.
I think you just said that they're both really good at football.
No, he took the Rams. He said the Rams won for me last week, so I'm taking the Rams again. Paul took the Rams.
Tommy and I were both
what Jake says, but yeah, that's right. That's what I said.
Yeah, okay, look, so going back to the regular season matchups between the two, like you said, it was a 1-point overtime win, and then it was a 2-point regular season or regulation win. So I think because of that, I'm going to take the points with the Rams just because I think that, the fact that when you go back to that overtime game and the Seahawks beat the Rams by 1 point, it's going to come down to a final possession. It's going to come down to a couple of points. So I'm going to take the 2.5. I think the Rams will probably keep it within a field goal. I could see the Seahawks winning, by a point or two, but give me the Rams and I'll take the 2.5.
I want to take the Rams because I when the playoffs started, I picked the Rams to win it, but I just can't ignore what Seattle's been doing lately. Man, they are crushing people. That defense has been really good. They're at home. I'm gonna reluctantly take Seattle, but I guess root for the Rams. I don't know. I'm taking Seattle. They're playing too well right now, and the Rams have been even in their wins have been just a little bit shaky. I'm gonna just take the home team and within a field goal. I guess I'll live. I may change my mind on that, by the way. Like as far as a bet, I'll let you guys know if I do. I may take the money line on the Rams, but for now, my gut's leaning Seahawks -2.5. TJ,
I don't know how I'm going to sleep at night knowing how Jacob's going to bet this game. He better let us know what he thinks.
I'll let you know.
Only
if I win. If I lose, I won't let you know.
As I've made the point before, there has been about 7 different best teams in football throughout the year. It was the Chiefs for a while. It was the Rams for a while. And now I feel like it's settled on the Seahawks, and they're the only one that really hasn't made you kind of question that very much. You think about the Rams almost lost to the Panthers just 2 weeks ago. Seahawks have dominated. They beat the brakes off the 49ers last week. I feel confident it's going to be the Seahawks in the Super Bowl this year.
Confident? Brandon, you confident?
Dare I say Paul Savage, the easiest pick of the week.
Easiest pick of the week.
That's right.
Speaking of character development, the Rams just have not learned with their special teams. It has been absolutely terrible. Almost bit them again last week against the Bears. And I think it's going to be a big edge for Seattle. I'm seeing a walk-off field goal that is going to give them the 3-point win. It's going to give them the cover, and it's going to give us Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. And I'm going to be sick to my stomach.
I cannot believe the slander you just threw at the thicker kicker. I mean,
hey, MIZ, yeah, but their coverage teams are terrible. Rashid Shaheed, see the Week 17 game. I mean, proof's in the pudding.
The thicker kicker likes his pudding. I'm with you.
Hey, he does.
Paul Savage.
How great is it? Now, we would love to see the Chiefs in Conference Championship weekend, but I haven't been able to watch Conference Championship weekend and see both games for
Brandon. Brandon, dare I say, you were watching him anyways.
8 years?
I know.
Is that right?
I mean, everyone except for when they lost to the Bengals, they've been every other championship game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sit back and watch the fans.
Paul Savage, 4 underdog picks. Didn't pick a single thing. I called Memphis an underdog. 4 underdog picks throughout this week. He's rolling in there. What do we got? TJ and Jacob differ on 2 picks. TJ and Brandon differ on 1 pick. So going to come down to all the marbles, and we'd like to put all the stress on next week, but with what Jacob did this week, I'm sure we're going to be
listen,
picking
here's the deal. If I get down 4 games, we're picking Sun Belt basketball.
We're picking the Newman Jets versus Emporium State next week.
We'll be picking as many games as I need to make up for the lead. That's
one honorable mention. Does anybody here think that Jacob is going to go out in the snow and watch Wichita State play tomorrow?
Not a chance.
If I got a free ticket to the Champions Club, I'm there, baby. You kidding me? I'm all over it. All right.
We come back from the break. We ought to pick over/under on the 2 pro games. Come on, what do you guys say? Stick around.
What are we doing?
Let's pick the over/under on these 2 pro games.
All right, fine. I'm not scared.
Let's do 2 more games.
All right, coming up after the break, we'll pick the over/under. I'm scared. I got
going
games
to work.
to make
No,
up.
I'm not scared. I brought it up.
We'll be right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyin.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-1001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
On KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily here on KFH. Glad to be here with you on this Friday. It is getting ready for a winter storm. We've got Savage still with us here for the rest of the show. Paul, you ready for this? When you get your age, Paul, do you have to take extra preparation for this kind of cold?
Oh, yeah, I've got to bundle up. What kind of question is that? Of course you're going to be cold.
Paul,
listen,
Paul's not even wearing a coat this morning.
I got underwear older than TJ. Come on now. But I'm telling you this right now that it's cold for everybody. Of course, it hit me in the face when I got up this morning. It hit you guys in the face. And it's just cold. Cold is cold. How's that for a beautiful thought? Cold is cold.
That's a pretty good thought on it. Like, it sucks. There's nothing we can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing we can do about it.
Hunker down. Have a good day. Stay inside all you can. But if you got to get out, go live life, man. Look, TJ, look at me. Do I look like a guy that doesn't live life?
You look like a polar bear, Paul.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Polar bears stay warm. Polar bears stay warm, though.
That's that white fur on the chin. Keep it.
There you go.
Polar bear.
Hope everybody enjoys it. I may go to that game. It just dawned on me. I may get out and go to the
going to that
game.
game. Listen, let's go. Let's make that one of our picks just for the three of us. Does Jacob go? TJ, yes or no? Does Jacob go?
I think it should be like, I think that we both say no and Jacob says yes, and he can have like double points if he actually goes.
Okay, and I'll say no. TJ says no. Jacob, what do you say?
If the standing offer from a buddy is there to get there and have a chance,
like, tell you what the real thing is, Paul.
Then I'm there.
Yes, but is Jacob's wife going to say yes?
Oh, that I hadn't even considered.
No,
those
hang
are
on a
outside
minute.
factors
Hang
I
on a
hadn't
minute.
considered.
Hang on a minute.
Hey, Jacob, the kids want to go.
Listen, let me
No,
tell you.
they're gonna go watch Kenyon Giles play basketball.
Let me tell you something about who's the boss around here. She'll say.
Let's get her in. Call her.
She'll
Call
say
her
yes.
in. Let's get her on the hotline.
She'll say yes. She's probably sick of me. We just traveled. we just crammed 5
Yeah,
people into a double queen hotel room.
You just flew to go see the snow, and then it's here.
It's here now. Yeah, that snow. I was skiing in a t-shirt basically. It was 40 degrees and sunny in that snow. This stuff tomorrow. Oof. My question is, can my little Kia navigate the roads?
Let me tell you, this is my first snow as a Silverado owner. I think I should just go jump some curbs.
Got a 4-wheel drive?
I do.
Yeah, my wife's car's 4-wheel drive. I'm defiant. I'm like, yeah, you know what? My car's probably all-wheel drive. I bet my car's all-wheel drive. I don't even know. I'm not a car. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not a car guy. Don't really care about them. Like, cool. Like, am I all-wheel drive? I don't even know. Probably. I can look that up, I guess. But if I got clearance, I'll get there. If I've got a chance to go sit in the Champions Club for a little bit and then I'm there, baby. I don't know what you guys are. Maybe it's because I hate the cold that you don't think I'll get out there and go.
I just know that Jacob has a history of flaking. I'll say that. How about that?
Well,
what have I ever flaked on?
Well, so here
I
guess we could do a three-way. We could do a three-way bet on how many people show up at the Shocker game. Because I can tell you this, back in the days when they were packing it with, 10-6.
I don't know how much is going to, I think more is going to fall in that second wave. I don't know how bad it's going to be at 3:00. It might be bad by the time we leave.
That might be true.
Yeah,
but I got to go back to the flaking thing. I actually have like crippling anxiety about flaking. So I'm not sure what you think I've flaked
maybe it's not a flaking thing, but Jacob's got a history of saying, something came up at the stores, got to get over there, put out a fire.
Well,
that's not selling tea tomorrow, though.
There's something to be said about what Jacob said, though, because according to the weather, and I'm no expert on that, obviously, it looks like the snow's moved back 4 or 5 hours.
It's going to be.
It was supposed to be around 11 today. Now it's back to 4. Is that about right?
It's going to hit at like 5 o'clock tonight. Basically.
5 o'clock. There you go.
There's two. It's 2 rounds
tomorrow morning, and then stop, and then it's going to pick up at about 5 o'clock tomorrow.
There you go.
I think that stop might be right around game time. And I don't have to worry about putting out a fire at the stores because the stores are going to be closed tomorrow. I had to make that decision. So HTO fans, don't go to HTO tomorrow. Go stock up today. I mean, I listen, if I got a spot, I'm going to get there. Now, if I can't get my car out of the garage, I guess that's different.
I'll be there. I'll be there with my camera covering it for 12 News. And if I see Jacob in the stands, I will turn on the servo zoom, get a shot of it, put it in the Sports Daily lobby here. We'll play it out on that.
How about that? I'll throw my beer at you.
You'll be there because you got a Silverado.
Yeah. Be safe if you're going to the game. We'll have plenty of time to sort it out. The other thing is, too, by 3:00, that first round goes, if this snow, which is going to be really cold and dry, like the plows will do a lot of work between the snow starting to fall and 3:00 tomorrow afternoon.
I can't remember. I really can't remember, since we're just going full off the deep end weather talk here. I can't remember a snow where it was so dry and fluffy that's going to be. Like Ross was talking last night that, like, I was like, should I even shovel or should I leaf blow? He's like, you could probably leaf blow your driveway. Like, it's not going to stick.
But versus what we dealt with this time last year, where we that's what I'm afraid of for the poor folks down south of us. Have you seen Oklahoma City?
Yeah, that's going to be brutal.
They're going to they could catch ice and then 20 inches of snow. Now, maybe they'll get cold enough where it doesn't. Last year's perfect scenario nightmare situation, that's what you worry about, where all that ice comes in, it's super heavy, then you get snow on top of it, then it stays cold and you can't melt it, you can't get rid of it. I just don't think that's what we're going to be dealing with on this one. I think we're going to get just miserable cold, but yeah, I think that snow is going to just kind of blow around. We should be able to get rid of it pretty easy. That's my hope anyway.
Yeah, I thought schools were closed today. I saw. Wait a second. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I misunderstand? But weren't Wichita schools going to be closed today? I thought they were, but I saw several buses.
I don't think so.
Drive by the house. So I mean,
I do know that we were talking earlier in the show. Basketball tournaments are still going on, and they're moving them up into the morning. So people, I know in Valley Center, there's like 3 Kansas Cities, Garden Cities here. So they're trying to get them on the road by 10 a.m. and say, get the heck out of Dodge.
Well, it makes that makes sense.
Beat the storm. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you just want to get out ahead of it. I don't know when we're going to get the worst of it. It's a snowstorm, so who knows? Like, I keep thinking, like, maybe we'll just get 5 instead of accidentally getting 15 inches or whatever. It always feels like it's going to be the opposite of what you prepare for. We're very prepared for this one. Maybe it'll be less. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? That'd be real nice. But yeah, most things are canceled this weekend. The youth basketball. That's why I'm freed up. I had to turn the tickets down because we had doubleheader. We had a big doubleheader. First games of the
start picking Bolts games. What's the Bolts record?
Well, it's a new season, so 0-0.
We haven't started yet.
The last year, I don't know. We're probably around 500. But yeah, it was 0-0, fresh start, ready to roll. And
is this the oldest?
Yeah, this is the oldest.
Wait, you're the coach. You're the coach. I know you're the coach. So are you a man-to-man or are you a zone?
Well, we just learned the zone, but we haven't been able to apply it in a game yet. We played
1-2, 1-3-1.
We played 2-3, little 2-3 zone.
You use a little box on that thing too,
Yeah, you know, we've been 2 years ago we tried to run out of zone and it just didn't work out real well. So we've been pretty exclusively man. We played a little team the other day that had they were running some off-ball screens and stuff that were getting us in a lot of trouble. So, you know,
I think the bigger question is what the youth offense is. Everybody plays the 2-3.
Oh
what
my good Lord!
You going like a 1-3-1 offense, trying to combat, get some open.
No,
cutters?
it's not. It's we got like 3 or 4 plays. They all involve screens. It's don't pick up. It's the don't pick up your dribble offense. Like just don't pick up your dribble. Don't it's so hard. It's so hard.
I used to referee like 10U basketball for years, and I picked up some 10U offensive concepts. I'm telling you, once I get out there, get a whistle in my hand.
It's so hard. It's so hard to like. It's fun. I love our team to death, but man, if you're like for us, we practice for an hour a week and then we play games. And so I'll talk to, and they're like, "Well, I mean, we had two." We practiced 5 hours this week. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not happening for the Bolts. Like we're very much, there's like 9 dads, everybody coaches, and we're just scraping by, but our game's.
But you're the head coach, right? You're the head coach.
Yeah, something like that. I am. I'm the one that gets really mad all the time. My other daughter.
Break a clipboard, game 1. Show
my
who you
other daughter is like, wow, Dad, your face got really red on that one. I'm like, yeah,
beautiful. That's beautiful.
It sure did. I was if we had a chair to throw, I'd have thrown it from time to time. No, it's fun. It's fun. I love it. But I'm up for tips. Anybody got tips on running 11-year-old girl offense? I'm all ears. But we're fun. We're the team that out hustles everybody. I can tell you that. Shockers, Memphis. Biggest game in how long, TJ? This year for sure.
Yeah. I mean, biggest game since they probably played them last year. Probably the biggest game since they
lost.
No,
I think it's got a lot more implication than some of those games, because in those games, what was the best outcome in the AAC? 5th place.
I mean, I think that it's the biggest game since the conference tournament when they played them last year. They're
right.
hot.
I don't think that's fair either, because I guess my point is, it's been a long time since we were in late January playing a conference game that feels like it's going to have big implications on where the Shockers and whether or not they can finish near the top of the conference.
That's a punch in the gut to say out loud.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had 1-7 starts each of the last 2 years.
Back to your stat. This is the first year they've ever been above 500 since Coach Mills has gotten here. Like,
other than the going 1-0 this year. Isn't that crazy?
You want me to give you a stat that you can actually use that'll be truthful? If they win on Saturday, it's the first time they'll be 2 games.
Well, right. Either way, the point of that is like meaningful games to like conference standings have been hard to come by. And a win here, you're chasing Memphis a little bit. A win here, FAU looks really good. But you win this game, and why can't you be top 3 in the AAC? Right? Like you're going to be in a position at that point to do it. It feels like there's a lot on the line there. It feels like this is and I appreciate that I hate that there's weather involved, but it has a little more oomph to it. Obviously, tournament games do. But this one, for a regular season game, Paul, this is what you like. We need to get back to here in the city of Wichita on a Saturday when you got a big time conference game coming up. Like that's the biggest thing going on in the weekend.
This is the game that everybody waits for. It's Memphis. It's their reputation. It's who they are. Everybody remembers Memphis was almost in the running to be in the Big 12. This is a big-time program. They've got big-time stars. They get great players. This is the game that you point to. It's just the way it is. I mean, I guess you could have said it was Temple a few years back when John Chaney was playing, but that's been was coaching. But John Chaney has been gone for a long time. So this is it in the league. This is it in the league. This is the game that you point to and you say, this has got to be the game that we want to win. You want a successful season, no matter what happens, beat Memphis.
You want to talk about the American Conference that we've talked about being down this year? Memphis just got beat by 17 at Tulsa the other day.
But people know it's Memphis. The point is there's a lot of psychological to that.
I agree.
It's Memphis, for God's sake.
It's been Memphis's league now for 2-3 years. Go get them, Shockers. You'll hear the game.
Yeah, go get them.
You'll hear the game over on KEYN. All right, TJ and Paul going to take you the rest of the way. Thanks for being here, everybody, from me. We've got more Sports Daily, though, right on the other side.